So I'm almost there. Maximize retaining customers, all right, by using email statistics, surveys, and social media comments to identify those with issues or that are at risk of leaving. So one of the things we've kind of gotten into the practice and habit of doing is taking a look at things like opt-outs on an email, or checking comments that happen on our social media, our Facebook, our Twitter, things like that. And what we may do is if we see somebody that's a current customer that opts out, you know, now again, Amazon's not going to do this, but for us small, mid-sized businesses that know our clients a bit more so, we see somebody that's an existing customer that opts out, that might be a sign, you know, they don't want to get these things. Now, they might just not want to get these things. It could be something as simple as that, but it might be something that's worth putting a touch out there. Not to say, again, so why did you opt out of my newsletter? Okay, literally, I've had that happen once.
Really?
Why did you opt out? Because you're sending me garbage. Stop sending me garbage, I won't opt out. But the guy called me out. He called me and called me out. And I said, because you're not sending me anything that I find any value in. And I appreciate, you know, that you reached out to me, but stop sending me crap. Which may happen. It may be that they just don't like what you're sending anymore or things like that. But if it's an existing customer, it could be a sign. It could be that they're starting to disengage from you, and that's the first opportunity that you may see. So keep an eye on those sorts of things. On your social media, if somebody's on there grumping, so a perfect example of this. So I was painting my daughter's room the other day. We were moving her and my son back and forth, and we changed the pink bedroom into the boys' bedroom and the green bedroom into the girls' bedroom, I think because we're dumb, rather than just keeping them where they were. So I had to paint a green bedroom pink, which doesn't usually work very well as somebody who has been a painter in her previous life. So we primed it, and then we bought paint that had primer in it also. So we primed, and then we went through and painted, and I could still see green.
Didn't use kills.
You
didn't use kills.
Yes. We might, even the first round, it might have been kills, I don't remember.
Oh.
But I was very disappointed in the paint, because the paint was a paint and primer all in one, which in theory is supposed to give more effective coverage and be one coat. Well, I already done primer, and then I did one coat, and it still didn't cover. I went on that company's Facebook page, and I posted, and I said, your paint kind of sucks. As a guy who used to be a painter, I was expecting way more out of what this paint would be, and I'm posting this on my Facebook page too, so that my friends know not to buy your paint, because I don't think it's very good. It took them 3 days to reply.
Wow.
And when they replied, they said, call our customer service line. That's the same reaction that I had. I was like, wait a minute, whoa, what? We have a conversation that could be started here, and all they did was say, here's our 800 number, call, they would love to talk to you about this. And I started looking on their page, and that's how they handle complaints. Every single person, I went through post after post of people that had done deck staining with the same company, and all of it was peeling off, and people are posting pictures, and all they say is, call our 800 number, call our 800 number.
Which takes you back to being human.
It happens, exactly. So find those opportunities, you know, use those opportunities to find who might be disengaging, or where those things, where those chances are to save face or to save a possible customer.